Dear students, let us begin the second part of the lesson, in which you will learn about the conditions for applicability of sampling distributions. The applicability of sampling distributions depends on certain conditions that need to be satisfied for the sampling distribution to be valid and reliable. Here are some common conditions. The first one, random sampling, independence, sample size, sampling method and design, population distribution and homogeneity of variance. We can see one by one. Random sampling. The samples should be selected randomly from the population of interest. Random sampling ensures that each individual or element in the population has an equal chance of being included in the sample. This helps to minimize the bias and ensures the representativeness. Independence. The observations within the sample should be independent of each other. Independence means that the value of one observation does not affect or influence the value of another observation. This condition is important to ensure that each observation provides unique and distinct information. Sample size. The sample size should be sufficiently very large. The condition is particularly important for certain statistical techniques and tests, such as those relying on the central limit theorem. Larger sample sizes tends to result in more accurate and reliable estimates of population parameters. Sampling method and design. The sampling method and design should be appropriate for the research question and population of interest. Different sampling techniques, such as sample random sampling, stratified sampling or cluster sampling, may have a specific requirements and assumptions. Population distribution. The shape and the characteristics of the population distribution may impact the applicability of certain sampling distributions. Some statistical tests or procedures assume specific population distributions, such as normality. It is important to assess whether the assumptions about the population distributions are met. Next, homogeneity of variance. In some cases, it may be necessary to assume homogeneity of variance, which means that the variance of the populations being compared is approximately equal. This assumption is relevant when comparing means or conducting certain tests, such as a t-test. In this image, there is a population. Population gives the sample. From that sample, we can find sample statistics, for example, p cap, x bar and r, from which we can have a sampling variability, and also which can summarized in the sampling distribution. And also sampling distribution gives central value, spread value and shape of the distribution. So, from this central value we can find the population parameters p, mu and rho, and also these are all constants. From this spread value we can have a sample size depends on this spread, and from this shape we can identify the probability distribution is normal distribution. Dear students, I hope you understood all the concepts. We will continue in the next video. Thank you.